Hi friends, my name is Michelle Renee, but you can call me Giggles. So, not even a week ago, I was in a car crash. Don't worry, I'm fine. The only thing I got out of it was this pretty nasty bruise. You can see it right there. It's pretty... It's hurting pretty bad, but that's all that I walked away with, and I think that that's fantastic, and I'm praising Jesus that that's all that was. So yeah, prayers are very much appreciated. Anyways, it was pretty bad, but for some reason I wasn't all that scared. I was worried for the other people, and I was concerned for my friends because they were like, "Oh, Michelle, are you okay?" But I wasn't really scared. As the crash was happening, I didn't even cry or scream. I barely had 2 seconds to think if I was about to die. My airbag deployed it, which is how I got this bruise, and I was in shock, but it was weird. I wasn't really scared. It was kind of interesting. Anyways, I was feeling all around me for any glass or blood, but there was nothing except for this bruise. And all I could think was, oh, thank you, God, so much for giving me more time here on earth. That's literally all that I was thinking. And anyway, so that's one of the first morals and virtues for this video, which is count your blessings. Anyways, the other driver must have thought that I was a sociopath or something, because two of my friends ran over to open the door, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, are you alright?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm alive, I'm not hurt, yeah, victory dance, I'm not dead, God was with me. I saw God during the accident. It was a God moment, ironically, if you can believe that." Of course, I checked with the other driver, and they were okay, so I was really relieved to hear that they were okay, because I was more concerned about them than myself. And they weren't angry with me as far as I could tell, but I had to expect that they weren't pleased. And at this point I kept recalling that I had God during the crash, and it was a God thing that I stayed so calm and optimistic in the aftermath, because though it wouldn't have Though it would have been understandable, it wouldn't have helped anybody if I wasn't calm and optimistic. So I think one thing to add on to that is do conflict well. Everybody struggles with that, and it's so hard to get in the mindset of doing conflict well, but it's a really important thing to learn, and it just helps everybody in the end, and everybody's so much happier. They all go home happy. It's so much better when you learn how to do conflict well. And yeah, I'll expand on that as we go along. I think one of the reasons God allowed this to happen to me was actually to test me, to see see if I could handle conflict well, and then I could eventually share my testimony on it with you guys and with other people. So yeah, coming back to the count your blessings bit, don't forget it could be so much worse than it is now. So I was just praising Jesus. Like, at that point I was like, yeah, I'm alive, you're alive, we're all alive, yeah, we're never gonna drive these cars again, but hey, we're both alive. Sometimes God sends a storm to get our attention, and in the midst of the storm I can always enjoy God. Please remember that God doesn't give us anything that we can't handle without Him. That's exactly what I was thinking after the crash and accident had happened. I was just like, God, you're with me, and He really did empower me to I guess stay calm. And I'm happy through that, even though it was like something that I guess you would expect me to be like, "Oh, this is so scary." It was a God thing that I reacted that way. I also want you guys to remember Philippians 4:13, which says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Now, I also want to touch base a little bit more on conflict, because I think that's a big thing that everybody needs to know how to deal with better. So, needless to say, that was a pretty big conflict, what I've been through this last week, and there's no way I could have handled it as well as I did if God wasn't empowering me to. I'm sure the other driver was anything but happy. Maybe the way I talked to them, or maybe me not pointing a finger at them, disarmed a little bit of anger that they might have had. I have no idea. But, needless to say, conflict doesn't have to end in destruction. That's really important to remember. I just love that. It's probably one of my favorite morals and virtues. I really like that one. Yeah, I don't know if they love Christ, but I know that Christ loves them, so I'm gonna love them too. It would be really stupid and selfish if I were to lash out at them, and if they learned I was a Christian, I'm sure that would have been a terrible example of what Christianity must have looked to them if I yelled at them. So a good question to ask yourself is conflict. Are you interested in destroying or restoring a person? Because every family is going to have conflict. Every relationship is going to have conflict. I don't think there's anything that we can't go through that has conflict. Did I say that right? I think I did. So it's really important to learn how to do it well and learn, like, okay, I don't want to hurt this person because I love them. So it's really good to think about having to work it out and talking it out and building each other up in the midst of a fight rather than putting the other down. I think that's really fantastic. I didn't know these people. I don't know their lives. I don't know these people, but I have been praying for them since the accident. And I hope they know that everything is going to be alright, because that's what I think. Everything's going to be fine. It's already fine as far as I'm concerned, but, I hope that they know that it'll all be okay. Wow. Dude, we're both alive. I'm here making a video with you guys, and, this last week, I was like, am I bleeding? If I spit, is there going to be blood? It's a big realization for me. I'm just excited to be here. But yeah, last verse for the video, Romans 12:21. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Number one verse about conflict. At least I would like to think that. Anyways, look at all the conflict you've been through and try to see what God's been teaching you through it, or what He has taught you, or what maybe He hasn't revealed to you yet, but He will. Thank you guys so much. Shoot me a prayer request and I'll definitely be praying for you. Drive safely and have a nice day.